Welcome back to Azeroth, people of Earth. This is Lazy Gamer. Out here, lazy gaming it. This is the new tank character that I made up. That I leveled him up during the the turbocharged leveling event, where you drop tons of gear and you get tons of stuff. I've been kind of doing a little bit of a very poor experiment to see how well I can deal with leveling up a new guy. It's not really going to be a new character experience because there's so many things that you get from having other characters in the game. I leveled up using heirloom items, although with the turbocharged leveling event going on where tons of gear is dropping, there's just these satchels drop like every day, and you get at least one with like a purple piece, which purple is like, it's green, then blue, then purple are the different levels of gear. Purple is like epic. So you get at least one piece of purple gear for your level, but you way out level that because you're going up in levels so fast. So I was going around doing delves, because that's how I level my guys up once I get them to 70, and then how I get their gear up. And I was like, oh, I could just go do a electro delve, or what do they call it, an overcharged delve, and show people that would work really well. But then I realized, here's the problem with overcharged delves. When you go in, you need to earn these like Titan Disc points that you can use to charge up your delves and make them and get all these buffs, right? And once you do that, you get huge buffs when doing these types of delves. And it essentially makes them like easier than non-overcharged delves. When I first started doing them, if I remember correctly, and I'm pretty sure I do, they were a little harder, mainly because there's so many more critters in the delve, so many more monsters. But once you do that, like, your damaging abilities have a chance to cast Titan Pyroblast, inflicting fire damage and stunning the target for 2 seconds. So once you get that, targets will just randomly get stunned. And this affects even like boss monsters that are immune to like player cast stun effects. Suffering damage has a chance to conjure a storm, inflicting nature damage every 1 second for 5 seconds. That's the swirly cloud of electric lightning and storm that appears around you every now and then. If you've noticed, my character's getting that. Falling below 25 health grants absorb shield. Increase movement speed by 30%, because now he's like, moving faster. I moved out of the range. Suffering damage, overcharge traps grants 15% increased damage for 7 seconds. So doing overcharged traps can like stack up to 3 times, so you can get up to 45% increased damage for 7 seconds by hitting those traps once you get that power. And then this power is suffering from damage from overtime, reduces damage taken by 10%. So you get a buff to not take damage. Increases mastery by 15%, and that it's like 7 and then 8, 15%. You get 2 stacks of it. You get 15% more agility and stamina, and then the final thing is killing an enemy restores 5 health and grants 10 haste, 10% haste, and stacks up to 3 times. So doing overcharged delves, once you get all these buffs, if you can, power through these and get these buffs, you do pretty well. Also, I'm pretty sure that if somebody like was a total noob, had just gotten to level 80, you could probably, especially if you join a guild, just go in like city chat and say, I'm a totally new player, I just made it to level 70, could somebody craft me like a few items or something? And I bet you somebody would do that and just like give it to you. So I'm going to get, this is the first time I've done Fungal Folly. I'm going to get the super buff. And I'll show you, he'll fight his way through this with just the basic gear, which is 350 and is really low. It's going to be tough, even with like Brand's pity buff on him and all of the electro turbocharging that he's going to have. This is probably going to be mildly tough to do, but we'll see. It could be that it's easy because all of those buffs, when you have totally crappy gear, pardon my language, when you have crappy gear, having a buff like you get, we don't have to fight none of that stuff. Also, Fungal Folly is probably one of the better things to do if you've got crappy gear, because you can use these spores to kill stuff. And I'm going to shift to bear form, and I'm gonna get some of these buffs that I was telling you about from these things. Because being a tank class, the prevailing wisdom is that you have Brand do DPS, right? I'm not so sure that... Oh, and see, I just got a 421 ring that's replacing my, ring? My heirloom ring. So, yeah, there you go. So now, let me go over here and face this challenge. Well, that sucks. So, let me get over here, wait till this gets near her. As it swells up, I do this, and now she takes some damages, and I don't. I know what I'm doing. There you go. And now her challenge is accepted and is completed. Oh, I keep wanting to stealth. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to go kill this guy real quick with Electro Power! Also, my experience is use the pacifist rig and I gained level. Use the pacifist rig if you're a tank character, because it seems like it's really, really good. Because it does just a ton of damage, and if you're a tank, your whole purpose is that you can take damage and outlast your enemies, right? So if you last long enough in a fight, the pacifist rig is going to, so you get extra damage, is going to spawn. So the pacifist rig is just, seems custom made for tank class. So let me go down here. I am going to pull these guys up here with my powers. Oh yeah. See, I don't even think I'm going to need to craft gear, although I may do it. Just as a example of what a big difference just the crafted gear makes. You can also, like, obviously, just craft yourself some gear. Crafting in War Within is a pretty, like, elaborate experience now. It's much more complicated than it needs to be, right? And then much more complicated than it was back in the day. See, he's already like almost 50% and we're doing range attacks on him. Yeah. See, this is the power of doing, what do you call it? What is that? I just got something. Oh, I got another one of these, which is darkens the worlds around you. I don't even know why I would want to do that. Yeah. So, see, he's doing just crap loads of damage. Let me get over here. Burn that thing down. We'll kill that guy. Yeah. I don't think it's going to matter if I craft myself gear, as it turns out. Because the leveling event is still going on, and I am still technically leveling. Yeah. Oh, I'm hitting the wrong console. I just want to top off here. So, I'm getting those bag drops that I was telling you about. Let me go look at this. There's not a gold pile up there, so there's no reason for me to touch that. I will jump up here and go talk to this walrus man. And I will unbear.
Ah, a new face.
And do the fishing quote-unquote challenge. Which is essentially click, then click. Click, then click. Like 3 times. You click to fish, then click to pull it out. I think I got something like the old gnome in the seas. I think that's a, what do you call it, an achievement that you get for having fished. Successfully fished from a school. Yeah, so I got an achievement for successfully fishing. And so you fish 3 times, then you jump down off of the mushroom. And don't jump off of that thing there, because you'll take a bunch of damage. You can just use the mushroom to punch you down. Oh, wrong one. Travel form. Okay, so I'm looking over here because I want to see, is there a gold pile over that way or a treasure of some sort? And there is not. So there's no reason. So I'm going to sweep these up because I want, when this guy spawns his duplicates, his real set of duplicates, I want to see them all with no, like, glowy aura under them. So I'm going to say yes, and then I'm going to unselect him, hitting escape, so that he doesn't have an aura under him, a select aura, because some of these things that he does, okay, so everything but just those 2 guys, these 2 guys, and that guy. There we go. So, like I say, I found that looking down allows you a little more peripheral vision to see, you know, what all the other guys are doing. But, you know, that's just me. I'm going to go kill this thing. I hate you. Then I'm going to sneak past this guy. Sneak a sneak. Oh, see, Bran. As it happens, Bran did not take damage there. What happened was, when I turn into a bear, I get a bunch more stamina, and my health goes up. So I have 746,000, but if I'm not a bear, I have 507,000. So not only do my health go up, oh, and here's the other thing. Now I am 71, and I'm going to pick which specialty I'm going to do. Let me get back here, because I don't know if a thing is going to spawn. I need to go Guardian Druid. Huh, okay. So, Guardian Druid build. I looked that up on the interwebs, and then this is telling me I'm just going to Bellular work to Wowhead. and looking for what is Druid of the Claw. That sounds good. If I'm a druid, I want to be Druid of the Claw. So I'll pick Druid of the Claw. And that gives me your auto attacks have a chance to make your next maul become Ravage, which just does more damage. Your maximum energy and rage are increased by 20. Frenzied, all increases your maximum health. That's good. So all of these seem good. Maul and raise, damage increased by. That just increases damage, so I'm going to pick that one. These are your hero talents, the talents that you get at max level, or at level 70. So now, he is 71. If I were to make him new gear using crafting, which I've got other characters that can do that, most new people are not going to be able to do that. But like I say, you probably can find somebody. They're probably going to like pester you to join their guild, but you don't have to do that. So I'm going to do this run through the circles. Run in circles. And 3 circles. There's a big cow man. He's a cowboy. And now I'm going to sneak past this guy because I don't want to fight him. If he dropped a bunch of gold or, anything, I might be all into that, but I'm not because he doesn't. Let me go fight this guy. Being a tank, I do tons of damage, and I also take very little damage. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Tier 3 delves, as a general rule, aren't that challenging. And it seems like if you're overcharged, if you're in an overcharged delve, all the buffs that you get from the from maxing out that console thing. Here, let me fight this guy. All those buffs just pretty much make up for any lack of gear that you might have while been stuck with while leveling. But I'm not going to deal with any of that. I'm going to jump up here, and I think I have to fight these guys because they're going to. I could maybe have avoided them. Let me get out of there. Blow him up. See, this is a tier 3 delve, and so they are sucky hit points, and the spores are going to. Ooh, good buff. So this, I guarantee, I will not die in this boss fight. I'm just gonna throw that out there. I got the good buff. That's gonna give me 15% over and above the crazy wild buffs that I'm gonna get from whatever. Let me take this thing out just because I hate you. Alright, stay back from this guy. I don't even know if I had to stay back from him. I don't think I was taking too much damage from him. That's because, yeah, see? He just went down like a sack of flour. And now I'm going to get a bunch of XP. I'm almost to level 73, or 72. I'm not going to get, like, really great loot, but it'll be easily better. Like, anything I get will be better than the gear that I have. So I'm going to get a necklace that is like 100 points better than the necklace that I had. Well, like 80 points better. So doing delves, really good for you. There are also follower dungeons that you can do to get gear. They're not quite as good as delves because they take longer and are a little more involved. But you can, and you are not guaranteed a drop. I'm going to leave it there, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If not, feel free to leave comments, criticisms, or suggestions in the comments below the video, and I will see you in the delves.